Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank you so much for staying with us, folks on TuneIn, folks on Loud City. Search us on your mobile phones, Legacy Internet Radio. Save it and carry every single show that we have here on Legacy Internet Radio. You can have us on the go or on your computer. We got shows, live programming 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Excited. We got some new stuff that's going to be coming to you guys soon. So hang in there. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial to be down with us tonight. 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. At this time, we're going to turn the mic over to my girl, S.Y. Butler, and we're going to talk about the Healthy Living segment. What you got, girl?
Well, before I jump into that, I want you to know I noticed something. You got on your tinted glasses.
Last week I didn't have on the tint, so
you were talking.
So is that like? Am I like Samson?
Yeah, without your tint, you're just like, oh, where's my light?
Oh my God.
Man, don't let her do that.
Oh, shut you.
Yeah, she giving me a hard time. But yeah, I'm back. Last week I had the clears on, so I'm back to tint this week.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
I'm back. Thank you.
Well, today I'm just going to do some brief talking on diabetes. And diabetes is a disease where there's high blood glucose, which is the sugar. Your body's not producing it properly, or it's producing too much of it. So I'm going to give some basic causes. Mostly frequent urination is a major sign of diabetes. Pretty much means your kidneys are overwhelmed by too much glucose and it draws a lot of water, hence the bathroom. Or it can be the opposite, too much thirst. Now you got to be careful and make sure that if even the first one is, I have been going to the bathroom a lot lately. Don't get it confused with, I just drink a lot of water, that's why I go to the bathroom. Not necessarily so, because you're thirsty for some reason. It causes you to drink a lot of water. Your kidneys draw all this water, hence you got to go to the bathroom. So why we're too thirsty, why we're going to the bathroom a lot. Those are two important signs. An increase in weight loss. When your body starts to lose weight unexpectedly, you might want to immediately call your doctor, because when your body starts to burn the sugar and the fat, there's nothing left after it burns all of that, because you need it for your energy. So once it starts to eat away at the fat inside, then it's going to start basically eating itself. So there goes a problem. You're going to look a little weird, you're going to look a little tired, and you're going to feel even worse. So you definitely want to make sure you get to the doctor. Another sign is that you're just weak and tired all the time. Very weak and tired. If it's not normal, if you're not, running a 80-hour schedule for some reason a week, something's wrong. So you want to get to the doctor. Now, there are some different types of diabetes, and then I'm going to explain the differences between the two. Now, the type 1, there are some symptoms for that you might want to look for, which includes blurred vision. You notice that if you have a cut or a bruise, it takes a long time for it to heal. You feel nauseous, maybe your mouth is dry, and you're a little itchy in your private areas. Yeah, look at that. Shocking,
wow.
Isn't it? Yes.
That is shocking.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, so type 1. Type 2 includes yeast infections, and again, this is male and female. Again, the dry mouth, vaginal infections constantly for women, and again, the blurred vision. If you experience one or more, run, don't walk, to the doctor. You have a question, Mark?
No, I'm intrigued about this.
Okay.
Itchy thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh my, really? I didn't know that either. I learned that too.
Is that from the overgrowth of yeast?
It may be the overgrowth.
Okay, that makes sense.
It may be some, well, yeah. Now, type 1 diabetes is not as common as type 2. For type 1, it says about 10% of us experience type 1. Patients with type 1, those are the patients who actually take insulin, and most likely you'll be taking insulin for the rest of your life.
Those are the people who they just have it. They're not lifestyle induced people. Those people just have it. Correct?
What do you mean?
Like I know that I'm pretty sure type 2
like
diabetes.
There's nothing that onset it.
Yeah. Because I mean, because
Genetics.
I know someone personally who was born with it.
Most type 1 diabetics are born.
Yeah.
Type 1 diabetics.
Yeah.
So again, they're going to be taking insulin for the rest of their life. They have to maintain a proper glucose level to prevent any type of shock to the body. It says between actually 2001 and 2009, people in their 20s, 23% of them were found type 1. So you really got to be careful. Type 2, your body doesn't produce enough insulin, so your cells start to react. And they say that 90% of us who have type 2 diabetes, and type 2 can be helped watching your weight, maintaining a healthy diet, exercise, and monitoring your level. All those things help you. Both type 1 and type 2 can be maintained, but you don't have to push yourself from one to another. One can actually lead into another if you're not taking care of yourself. Okay. Let's see what else I can tell you. Now, type 2 diabetes, if you're overweight, you want to monitor where that weight is coming from. If it's in the inner area, like basically just around your organs, that's a danger sign. So you actually want to go to the doctor. You want to get yourself on a program. You want to eat healthy. You want to do exercise. I don't care if it's just walking a little bit here and there every day. You need to do it. So that helps you. And it was found that, and here's a no-no, and a lot of people do this, drink diet soda. Diet soda is a no-no. It was found from the Imperial College in London, reported that drinking 1 can of diet soda per day raised your risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 22%. 22%.
22%. My goodness.
So it's not really all that good for you.
Well, that's shocking too, because most people have the perception that diet stuff is supposed to be good for you and less sugar and all that kind of stuff.
But then that leads, makes you wonder about the saccharin and all the sugar replacement that's in the freaking soda. So, also type 2 diabetes, you're at risk of it the older that you get, because you become more set in your ways, and you actually don't get out much, you don't exercise much, and depending on how old you are, you really don't care about your diet. So all those things again play a factor. Also, men whose testosterone levels are low have been found to be a high risk of developing type 2 diabetes as well. Okay, now again, they both can be controlled. So if you have any of those symptoms, you want to check out the doctor, do whatever it takes. I actually had an uncle who passed away from diabetes. Diabetes is actually very, very heavy in my family, on both sides. So it's a big concern.
I don't think we know anybody who doesn't know somebody that's been affected by it. I remember about maybe 10 years ago, I worked for a company where I worked in a call center where we had to sell and do kind of like tech support, for lack of a better term, for the blood sugar meters. And so I learned a lot about diabetes doing that. And the reality is, people just don't take care of themselves. They just don't take care of themselves, because type 1, hey, look, man, ain't nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
You can do the best you can, but ain't nothing you can do about that. But type 2, I mean, it's one of those things where, it's really a lifestyle type of deal. And a lot of these people can control it with you eat right, you exercise, you try to control your weight. I mean, there's some people that are just naturally going to be larger than others, but those people can be healthy just the same. And so, I know when we like to do these healthy segments every single month, this ain't filler, man. We want y'all to be healthy. We want y'all to, to be aware, because the truth is, ain't nobody that's listening to us right now that's either not personally affected or doesn't know somebody that's affected. And so, when you start seeing people, having, issues and they don't know what's wrong, it could be something. I don't have statistics, but I could tell you some of the signals because I learned some of this. And I don't want to steal your thunder, but neuropathy is a real big deal. That's when your limbs get numb, your feet, particularly your feet and your hands, and then you got issues with the bladder, as you had mentioned. So there's kidney failure, and there's discoloration. Then there's issues with the eyes, where you get retinitis pigmentosa and things of that sort. People start losing their eyesight. So I mean, it's a really cruel way, to go, and it's slow and it's painful,
especially when you can control it,
and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
So again, type 1, make sure you maintain your injections, make sure you maintain your diet and still exercise. Type 2 is usually treated with medication, again, exercise and a diet, and sometimes insulin may help. If it's not controlled, again, you're at risk for developing complications. Now, there are some other complications I'm going to give you that you may want to also keep in the back of your head, keep in your mind. And please, I don't know what else to say other than, if it sounds familiar, just go to the doctor. If you know it's in your family, just go to the doctor. Skin complications, again, wounds don't heal, it can also lead to heart problems because the blood supply to your heart muscles start to weaken, start to diminish. So you also want to be careful with that. Hypertension, bingo, is common with most folks with diabetes. Mental health, suffering from depression or anxiety. Hearing loss. Diabetes patients have a high risk of hearing loss. So you also want to be careful with that. If, it's said that if you lack one sense, you gain it in another. I mean, come on. Gum disease. There are just so many things. I'm going to put a link with all the different side effects, all the different things that you risk losing for not paying attention to your health. So, exercise is really healthy. Even if you don't have it in your family, exercise is still important for you. Eating healthy is still important for you. Nothing I say is a joke to me. Most of all the stuff I read is important to me. It affects me personally. So, see your doctor. Look out for the link.
Ain't no Steppin, Marcus J. Thank you, SY. I appreciate every single week when we get either the healthy, wealthy, or the wise segment. And even last week when we switched it up, we had fun with the music. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to get into a missing and or exploited child. And then we got the dating pool diva who is going to lead us in the Diva Diaries. Diva, what are we getting into?
I just wanted to send out a teaser to all my listeners. Tune in, Loud City, MixLR, the Facebook group, Love Revolution, the blog. I wanted everybody to listen to this question and to either call in, which is 804-402-2893, or at least type on the social media MixLR. Okay? So these are the questions, the topics. For the single people, what has been your best dating strategy? What has proven successful for you in meeting people? And what has not worked out for you? That's for the single people. For the married people or involved people, how did you meet your significant other and under what circumstances? So those are the two questions for the single and the married involved people.
Steppin, Marcus J. When we come back, that's what we get into. We got the Diva Diaries. We're going to have a word from our sponsor. We're going to have a song. Then we come back. Dating Pool Diva is going to lead us. And then Big Rube's going to take us home with the round table. Marcus J, Big Rube, SY, the Dating Pool Diva. And you guys, the listeners, Live from the den, Legacy Internet Radio. Stay with us. Be back in a few.